Hello, dear traders. It's Joseph Barto. Perhaps you already know me. I'm a trader of Finmax. And today we are going to have an online trading webinar, actually, how we always do that on Tuesdays. Perhaps you already know that today we are going to focus mainly on Bitcoin because it still remains to be the most important event that is occurring on the financial market today and nowadays actually. And you can see that the price of Bitcoin is already nearly 17,000 US dollars today. So right now I would like to see some pluses from you in order to make sure that you can watch the video and you can hear my voice. So I will be waiting for some pluses from you, and afterwards we are going to start our first trades. Okay, I need to see some more pluses from you. Let's wait for some more people to join our trading. Okay, great. So now let's start, and I'm observing that right now we can have quite good opportunity of launching a first trade on Bitcoin. Today, like previously, I'm going to start with $500 investment on the first trade. And let's wait for a few seconds. I just want it to become green, and I'm going to start a trade for 15 minutes to go low. Here it is. So I have already launched my trade for Bitcoin to go low, and actually you can observe that volatility on the market has been quite big during the last few weeks perhaps, and actually you can guess it from our platform as well, because you can see that we have got only few time scales, few expiry times available for the trading. Today we can be able to trade for about 17 minutes, and we already launched the trade. The next one could be for about 20 minutes from now, and actually the time frame is changing by 5 minutes at the beginning and then by 15 minutes. So we have already launched one trade, and I guess that the price of Bitcoin should now have a slight back movement from the current position. We still have got plenty of time until our trade is over. As the volatility on Bitcoin market is quite high today, perhaps we will not have much chances of making many trades on Bitcoins. However, I think that we will not lose our time, and we will launch some more trades on other assets as well. And you can guess that we have got plenty of assets available on our platform. The news that are already for 1 week is that we have got, besides Bitcoins, we have got some other cryptocurrencies as well available. And if we see today a good point to enter a trade on them, then we are not going to miss the chance. So you can see right now Bitcoin is starting perhaps to decrease. However, because of the high volatility and high demand on this asset, the price is moving really uncertainly. And let's see what is happening on other timescales in order maybe to decide and launch one more trade or even more than one. So we could guess that after this candle is over, the next one on 5-minute scale can be green. However, unfortunately, we don't have opportunity of trading for 5 minutes today. So let's see what's happening on 30-minute scale. Not really certain. perhaps the best moment for us to enter the trade was really 15-minute scale, because here at least we can guess that the price should turn back now really soon. Like previous time when we had trading on Bitcoins, today we have got the same situation, as it can be really hard for us to recover from the losses in case if we have them on while we will be trading on Bitcoins. So that's why we should be really careful when we make a decision to enter a trade. Yeah, you can see that price change is quite uncertain, quite uncertain. If we look at the time frame, then our trade is going to be over at 20 minutes past 6 my local time. Therefore, we can be able perhaps to launch one more trade for 15 minutes in order to recover. Of course, if we need to recover. However, I think that our trade will finish in the money. Okay, so before there is some certain situation around the Bitcoin that can push us towards entering any other trade, I guess we can already choose any other asset that will give us an opportunity of trading meanwhile. So let's now before we launch any other trade, I really want to look at economic calendar. In order to see if there are some important news going to be released on the worldwide economy, and perhaps they can have a big influence on our trades as well. So if we can see that in 23 minutes there will be some news on US dollar, however they will not be really strong, and then until 8 o'clock there will be no news that can affect our trading. So we can feel calm in order to choose some other assets and launch trades on them. Okay, let's see what's happening on USD JPY. Then today on other assets, I'm going to use mainly 5-minute trading analysis. So we can guess that USD JPY could be quite good for us to enter a trade for going low. Let's wait when we are close to the finish of this candle, and afterwards we are going to click on trade button and launch the trade on going low. So about 35 seconds are remaining before we launch the trade. Okay, let's check our time and direction again, that they are right. And here it is. I have launched the trade on USD JPY. So I'm going to write down that currently we have got one trade on Bitcoin, another one on USD JPY. And I'm going to circle all the trades on my paper that are finished in the money in order to have the statistics of our trading today. USD JPY is currently in the money, and I think that it will finish in the money as well. And let's see what's happening on the chart for Bitcoin. Yeah, we could see that the price is currently moving high. So perhaps if it continues moving high for the following several minutes, then we may have a need to launch a recovery trade. So the next expiry time is our trade is going to be over in about 4 minutes, and the next 9 minutes, and next expiry time is going to be in about 15 minutes. No, sorry, in about 20 minutes from them. Actually, I may make a decision of entering another trade on Bitcoin just when this candle is over. However, let's see what is the market, what else is the market offering for us. So here we could have good entry point as well on GBP US dollar. I'm writing it down not to forget before the right time comes. So in about 3 minutes we could trade on GBP US dollar to go low. Let me check Bitcoin again meanwhile in order not to miss the chance of trading on the asset again. Yeah, you can see that the candle is quite big, and in 2 minutes, and it is the time when it will be finished, we can launch actually one more trade on going low again on Bitcoin. So in 2 minutes, and it will be the trade for about 15 minutes more. What is happening to USD JPY? Let's check, because we may have need to recover, and we should not miss the chance. Currently the trade is at the money, and I want it to go in the money. Yeah, it's perhaps still at the money, and we need it to go low in order to win the trade. Yes, it started going low. Good. And let's see the Bitcoin on 15 minutes. So we can launch another trade on Bitcoin low for 500 US dollars again. Yes, perhaps we can already do that. That's it. So I'm writing down that we have second trade on Bitcoin low, And actually our trade on USD JPY is going to be over in the money, and that's it. So currently we have got one trade that is in the money, and we have got two trades, and yet the faith of those trades are not clear enough. So you can see what happened to the Bitcoin as the price had a real trend of moving down. The new candle was open just below the previous one was closed. It actually happens only when there is high volatility on the market. So that's it. That is another proof that today we have got quite big volatility on Bitcoin. So now let's move to another type of assets. I think that at the moment Bitcoin trading can be enough for us, at least until we see that the volatility of the market is lower than it used to be. And let's see where else we can trade. Yeah, you can see that GBP US dollar trade is GBP US dollar is going high like we thought, but we could not manage to launch a trade because we were observing our previous trade and we did one again on Bitcoin. Euro US dollar. Let's see. So in about 3 minutes we can have good entry point for Euro US dollar. I'm writing it down. Let's see any other asset that will offer us a better trade. What is happening on GBP JPY? Sorry, once again. Yeah. So we could also enter a trade on GBP JPY to go high. I'm writing it down as well. And perhaps we can continue searching. If we find any other better entry point, then we can do it instead of those two pairs that we mentioned above. Canadian dollar JPY. Actually, Canadian dollar JPY is also a good one. In about 2 minutes. What's happening on our trades? Yeah, one of Bitcoin trades is currently in the money. The second one is still out of money. Okay, perhaps we should look again on Euro US dollar. So Euro US dollar currently, I guess, is not that clear. What about GBP JPY? Where is GBP JPY? Here it is. GBP JPY is still clear, and Canadian JPY is clear as well. So as I usually don't really like Canadian dollar trading, let's prepare platform for GBP JPY. So on GBP JPY, now we are going to trade high for $500 and 5 minutes again. Let's wait. There are just 40 more seconds, about 40 more seconds remaining until we launch the trade. Always remember to check the time, expiry time, just before you click on trade button, because when time is passing, it is being changed sometimes. GBP JPY. I'm writing this pair of assets because we are going to launch a trade on it, and I see that situation is still good. Okay, So I'm going to click on trade button when there is about there are 5 seconds remaining. That's it. And we can see that one of our trades on Bitcoin is currently go over out of money. So I'm putting a minus on it. However, we don't really need to worry because we will have chances of recovery. Okay, let's choose another trade now for the following 5 minutes. Let's see what's happened on Euro US dollar and Canadian JPY. So Canadian JPY could be also a good one to trade with. However, I think that GBP JPY will also be good. GBP Australian dollar, let's check. No, I will hesitate from trading on Australian dollar perhaps, because you know it's not my favorite one. So what's happening on Euro GBP? Let's see. Yeah, we could have a good trade on Euro GBP in about 3 minutes to trade on low. However, it really depends on this candle. Our trade on GBP JPY is currently out of money. However, everything can change within 3 minutes that are remaining, and our trade on Bitcoin is in the money currently. However, here as well, there is plenty of time remaining. Swiss franc JPY. I don't think that we should risk about this asset. Oh, look what happened to euro with Swiss franc. Perhaps we had good entry point here. Let's see what's happening around Apple. We had quite good entry point here earlier this afternoon. USD JPY. Our current trade on GBP JPY is at the moment out of money, so I'm going to observe it, what's happening over here, and perhaps instead of looking for any other asset, we should be ready in case if we have need to recover from the trade. So I'm going, like always, I'm going to put 2.5 times more investment on the same trade, on the same asset for the following 5 minutes if this trade is not finished in the money, because it has to finish in the money, and the reason why it is currently out of money is perhaps some big volatility on the market. So let's wait. Actually, you know that recovery trade is the same as launching any other new trade, because it is refunding the losses that were during the previous trade, and it adds some more profit to it. About 43 seconds are remaining before this trade is over, so I still think that it can go high. If not, then not a big problem. We will launch a recovery trade. Let's check everything again. I mean the time scale, and There is something wrong with my platform, I guess. So the trade went in the money currently, so perhaps we don't need to recover. That's it. That's it. Um, Only it's a pity that we just spent time in waiting while this trade was over. However, I want you to understand the importance of recovery because it really is a good opportunity of winning a trade because the analysis is correct. And winning the trade refunds all the losses and gives some additional profit. So we just spent some time in vain when we were waiting for this trade to be over and to launch one more on the same asset. However, we did not lose anything. We won the second trade, and currently we have only one trade out of money. Two are already finished in the money, and one trade on Bitcoin is currently in the money. And I guess that nothing will interfere in it, and it will be over in the money. Let's continue to look for some more assets to trade with and to earn some more money today. Yeah, GBP Australian dollar could be also good. USD Canadian, note that this time. What's happening with USD and Swedish krona? Unfortunately, not that good point to enter the trade. USD Norwegian krona as well. Oh, look what happened to Swiss franc. Yeah, the same with the Euro Swiss franc pair. The Swiss franc went really high, so you can see what happened to Euro in comparison with it, and the same for JPY Swiss franc. Perhaps there is something happening around Swiss franc, and perhaps it's a bit dangerous to launch trades on it today. What is happening on gold? So let's check gold. Unfortunately, not this time. On silver. Actually, silver can give us a good opportunity of earning some money in a few minutes, actually in 1 minute. Although I don't really like trading on silver, then perhaps we should try. So let's see if this candle goes high again, then perhaps it should be the best entry point for our trade because with the next candle, silver price should go low again. Yeah, our Bitcoin trade is currently out of money. It's a pity. However, we were winning this trade. However, we should not worry of it because we still have got opportunity of earning quite good profits on other assets. Yeah, you could observe the volatility on silver as well. Oh no, we don't want it to go red now. So let's prepare a trade. Uh, oh, excuse me. It seems that we don't have 5-minute trading opportunity on silver. So it's a bit pity. However, we could win the money. Yeah, you can see that the next candle is already starting forming as red, so we could win this trade. However, don't worry, let's find another asset again. So we could see that our trade on Bitcoin ended out of money. So currently we have got 2 trades in the money and 2 trades out of money. I hope that. So today I'm going to keep away from Bitcoin because too high volatility is on the market, and perhaps we'll have quite good entry points with some other assets, and actually it will help us to finish our trading with the profit. GBP JPY. So I'm writing down GBP JPY. It can be a good asset to trade with in about 4 minutes. US dollar and Canadian. Let's see. Not that good one. US dollar and Swedish krona as well. US dollar and Norwegian krona. Let's see. Not this time. Swiss franc and JPY. Actually, I found it a bit dangerous to trade with this asset because there were no news around it on the calendar. However, we are facing too big volatility on it, so it's a bit dangerous. Let's choose other assets to trade with. Let's see what's happening with the oil. No. Okay, perhaps for the following minutes, the best trade could be GBP JPY. But I see that it is already also starting to increase, so it's changed its course. GBP Australian dollar. Why not? We could have this trade or on GBP JPY if it changes its course and starts moving down right now. We have got more than 1 minute in order to observe these two pair of assets and make a correct decision of entering a trade on any of them. Currently, I can say that GBP Australian dollar is better. So perhaps I'll already prepare my platform. So we are going to trade low on GBP Australian dollar. I will change money to investment amount to 500 US dollars again. Yeah, perhaps we should stay on GBP Australian dollar. Let's focus on it. However, I will repeat that Australian and Canadian dollars are not good assets for me to trade because oil prices have got too high influence on their price change. So I'm choosing a trade for 5 minutes and the low. That's it. Oh God, I was a bit late, so my trade was launched for 9 minutes. And it is currently in the money. I hope that you managed to launch a trade on time for 5 minutes actually on GBP Australian dollar, and I'm writing this pair of assets in my notes. However, I hope that my trade as well for 9 minutes that was launched due to my late response will finish in the money as well. Okay, now let's choose another type of asset for the next trade. Let's start from the beginning, and here perhaps USD JPY can give us a good entry point. So let me write it down. USD JPY in about 3 minutes from now. GBP US dollar. Let's check what's happening here. Euro US dollar, no. Euro Australian, Euro JPY, no as well. GBP JPY, not yet, I think. Not yet, it's not certain yet. However, if this candle, red candle comes somewhere here, then perhaps we'll start a trade for sure. On GBP JPY to go high, I'm writing down it in my notes, not to forget. Canadian dollar and JPY. No. US dollar and Swiss franc. Actually, no. I don't like the situation here. Neither USD and Canadian. So let's see what is happening on USD JPY. This was our first trade that we decided to trade, and a GBP JPY, the second one that can also be good. So you can see that both of them are actually quite good to trade for. And GBP Australian dollar, don't forget to check it for you, because you have got trade for 5 minutes, and it will in 5 minutes, in 1 minute from now, be over in the money. However, I should wait for 5 more minutes. And let's make this decision to trade on USD JPY or GBP JPY. Perhaps for me, better one will be GBP JPY. So I'm going to prepare my platform for GBP JPY, 5 minutes high for 500 US dollars. So I will launch a trade in about 25 seconds from now. Perhaps for you, GBP Australian dollar pair is about to be finished in the money, and I'm really glad for you. And now I have launched my trade on GBP JPY high for the following 5 minutes. I'm writing it down. And I'm circling a GBP Australian dollar pair because for you it already finished in the money because you launched the trade on time, unlike me, and your trade was for 5 minutes. Uh, so I don't really guess what happened here. Perhaps on the last seconds, the price was a bit changed because we can see that next candle started to be green. However, I'm still out of money. But I guess that yeah, I will go in the money really soon before the trade is over. So let's choose one more asset that will be good for us to trade. Let's continue from GBP JPY because below the list we have, I mean under GBP JPY pair, I have got plenty of assets that I have not looked for quite a long period of time today. Canadian dollar JPY. No. US dollar and Swiss franc neither. Let's see USD Canadian dollar. So if this candle comes somewhere here, I mean the red candle, then we can enter the trade, but not at the moment. So let's see what is happening to Swedish krona. So we can have quite good trade on USD Swedish krona in about not two, but 2.5 minutes from now. Yeah, you can see GBP JPY trade is in the money currently, and GBP Australian dollar for me is currently out of money because you remember, unlike you, I made a mistake and launched a 9-minute trade instead of 5 minutes. Euro and Swiss franc. You can see that it changed its course and perhaps it will start rising now. However, I will just prefer to trade on USD Swedish krona. Let's see what's happening on USD JPY. Actually, I guess that USD JPY going high can be also a good one to launch in about 1 minute if it does not start going high, but actually it already started. And we should not forget about GBP JPY current trade that actually needs our attention in order to launch one more recovery trade on it in case if we need it. So GBP JPY is currently yeah, it started going high again. So the trade is going to become in the money. However, let's be ready in case if we need a recover for it. Let's prepare 2.5 times more investment for 5 minutes again, because I'm really afraid of this pair because it is moving too uncertainly right now. So I'm ready in case to click on the trade button if I need to recover from it. and perhaps I'm going to miss a new trade again, and it's more important not to lose this one than to launch a new one. So GBP JPY trade finished in the money. We did not need to recover from it. However, you can see that GBP Australian dollar trade for me was out of money. However, I hope that I will repeat, you managed to launch a trade on time on it for 5 minutes, and for you it was in the money. Yeah, it's a pity that USD and Swedish krona just created new candle without us, and USD JPY as well, I guess, and we were going to trade high, perhaps you remember. However, we'll find some other case. So currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4 trades that were in the money, and just 2 trades that are out of money. So we are in a profit currently. Euro and Australian dollar. Euro and Canadian dollar. Let's see the trend for it. Actually, I'm writing down Euro Canadian dollar because it can create good entry point within the following 2 minutes. Canadian dollar JPY. No, Australian dollar and Canadian dollar to my unfavorite assets. USD Swedish krona. Let's see if this asset gives us a chance of trade. Actually, it can. So USD Swedish krona is the second option after Euro Canadian. Euro and Swiss franc. No. Australian dollar. No. Okay, we have got Euro Canadian here and USD Swedish krona. So let's see what's the situation on Euro Canadian. So it has changed at the moment, and USD Swedish krona, it currently is still perhaps good one to enter a trade. So let's prepare our platform for USD and Swedish krona. High for 500 US dollars. Yeah, you can see that the market will be closed for it in about 10 minutes, so perhaps we can manage to launch one trade and another one on recovery, and that's all. So let's wait for the following. Let me check trend one more time, because sometimes it is changed too swiftly and then our logic can fail. So in about 20 seconds from now, we can already launch a trade. That's it. I'm launching a trade on high for USD and Swedish krona. I'm writing down it in my notes. That's it. New candle appeared green and we are currently in the money. Good. Let's find another asset again because we don't have time to stop. We should finish our trading webinar today with quite big profits, I guess. USD JPY. No. And GBP USD. Euro USD, no. Euro Australian dollar. We were a bit late here, I guess. Euro and JPY. Euro GBP, no. Canadian dollar and Swiss franc, no. USD and Swedish krona. This is our current trade and it is in the money currently. So there is no need to launch another trade on it. I'm just leaving New Zealand dollar alone because actually the market for it is not open yet, so we won't be able to launch a trade anyway. So Swiss franc and JPY. Euro and Swiss franc. Let's see. No. GBP and Swiss franc. No as well. Australian dollar, US dollar. No. Australian dollar and Swiss franc. No as well. Let's see what's happening on Apple. No. Amazon. No. Facebook. No. Microsoft. Let's check Microsoft. Actually, we could launch a trade on Microsoft in about 1 minute. Let's prepare a platform for stocks. Let's find Microsoft here. That's it. So in about 1 minute from now, we can trade on Microsoft to go high. Let me check it once again. Yeah, that's it. So let's prepare our platform for 5 minutes high on Microsoft for 500 US dollars. And our trade on USD Swedish krona, meanwhile, I guess that will be over in the money. I don't want Microsoft to go high yet because we should launch the trade before it starts going high. However, you can see that it already started to move high. So let's wait for about 5 more seconds And that's it. We are ready to launch a trade on Microsoft to go high. So we launched one more trade, and our trade on USD Swedish krona before that ended in the money. We have got one more profitable trade, and let's see what is happening around Microsoft. So new candle is about to be green. However, it's not that certain yet, and our trade currently is out of money. However, you can notice that new candle started appearing to be green. Perhaps here just a few seconds made difference. I mean, those last 5 seconds that we kept before we launched, when we launched a trade. So the price should start going high now, I think, with this red, no, green line over here. So it started to decrease. However, we still have got plenty of time, and we'll simply recover from the trade if we don't succeed with it. However, I think that we will succeed. Okay, let's choose one more trade. Currently, we have got one, two, three, four, five successful trades. Two of them were only out of money, so we have got quite good profit at the moment, I guess. So in about 3 minutes from now, we can have good trade on GBP US dollar. Also, let's choose another one, what is around Euro US dollar, and actually today we did not have any trades on it, by the way. So Euro US dollar can also be good. Euro and Australian dollar. Actually Euro Australian dollar as well. Oh, so many good entry points at the moment. However, I don't really like this huge candle over here because it can change the trend of the movement, and it's a bit risky at the moment. Now, our trade on Microsoft is still out of money. I hope that we will not have to recover from it because I don't want to lose time on it. Euro JPY as well can be good one. Oh, we have quite many opportunities. I think that gathering assets can be enough for us. Just let us wait until we have exact signal which of them is more suitable for us to trade. So perhaps now Euro USD is better than GBP USD. What about Euro Australian dollar? I still consider it's a bit risky, and Euro JPY, it's quite good as well. And don't forget about Microsoft because we have got current trade on it. So we traded on it to go high, right? You can see that price is currently going high. So perhaps our trade should finish in the money, and we should not have to interfere in it. It shows in the money. So let's now make a decision on which asset we are going to trade on Euro US dollar or Euro JPY. Let's trade on Euro JPY, I guess. So Euro JPY low for 5 minutes with 500 US dollars again, and I hope that Microsoft will stay steady here and will not keep us from launching a trade. So I launched a trade on Euro JPY, and my trade as well as your trade on Microsoft is currently in the money. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades are already in the money, and only 2 trades are out of money at the moment. So perhaps it can be quite okay for today. We should only wait until the trade on Euro JPY, the one that we launched, is finished in the money. If not, we'll just launch one more trade on its recovery, and perhaps we'll finish this day with quite big profits. Currently, it's in the money. Three minutes are remaining still. So let's wait for those 3 minutes. I will just prepare my platform for any case, for a recovery trade, if we need that, for low. 5 minutes again with 2.5 times more investment. However, at the moment when I'm looking at the price, I can say that we should not need any recovery trades. Two more minutes to wait. One more minute remaining. Less than 1 minute is remaining, and perhaps nothing will change the course of our trade. However, I'm still ready to launch a recovery one. So it went too high. It's quite dangerous situation right now. So on the last seconds, if we see a danger that the trade can end out of money, then we are going to launch a recovery trade swiftly when there are about 4 seconds remaining. However, I don't see the threat at the moment. That's it. So we finished one more trade in the money, and today overall we have got 7 trades in the money, and only 2 trades that were launched on Bitcoin were out of money. Actually, you can guess why it happened on Bitcoin, because there was too high volatility on the market, and actually, although our analysis, I guess, that was correct, we could do nothing in order to change its course. And as due to high volatility, the option types were too limited. We did not really have opportunity of launching recovery trades on bitcoins in order to refund the losses and gain some profits. However, we should not think about the losses around Bitcoin, because we accumulated quite good profits today, I guess, from our trading. Um, Due to my misunderstanding with the platform, and it was my fault, I launched one trade on 9 minutes instead of my 5 minutes. However, I guess that you did it right, and you launched the exact time, I mean 5 minutes, and you finished it in the profit. And overall, you should have had about 7 trades that were in the money. So thank you for your time, and I hope that you managed to accumulate quite big profits on your trading accounts, like I did. It was okay for me as well. And we are going to have perhaps the next trading webinar next Tuesday. I really hope that you'll continue to launch some trades later today as well without me, and part of my traders who have got some analytical skills due to our common lessons will use them in order to be successful on their trades and accumulate some profits. And I wish you good luck. Good luck. Goodbye.